What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie2988 coming at you live once again through the power of the internet. And this is my vlogging series. This is my rambling series in which I just kind of turn on the camera, sit and talk to you. It's some low effort content, but I always enjoy doing this because it just feels like me and you sitting down talking together as friends. And I will talk about life, the universe, things around us that are particularly interesting to me, weight loss updates, health updates, mental health updates, stuff like that. Just kind of what's going on in my life, on my channel, that kind of thing. So if you guys did not catch, I went to the Game Awards very recently. Went out to LA, took my friend Jesse with me, took my friend Ellis with me, and we just enjoyed the Game Awards. I got to see it live. It was a lot of fun. I posted a review of the Game Awards here on the channel. I hope that you get a chance to watch it. I also went to Disneyland for the first time since my surgery, the very first time since I lost all of this weight. And I thought for Disneyland, I would still have to rent a motorized scooter or something like maybe a wheelchair or something just to help me get around, especially because we wanted to do both parks and I wanted to ride as many rides as I could. So I knew I was going to be there 8, 9, 10 hours. I did not possibly think that I could get through it. But I was able to do it, actually. And in that day, and I know when I say something like this, for you, this is not a triumph. For you, someone watching this video, walking 3 miles, 5 miles, 10 miles in a day might even just be your average based on your job. If you're a server, if you work in a warehouse, something along that lines. But for me, 18 months ago, I was in a wheelchair for almost everything I did, including just going to the grocery store. I would use the Walmart Mart cart. When I had to go to the doctors, I would use my... I'd use a wheelchair just to get to the doctor's office and back out to the car. So it was a pretty rough period of time 18 months ago. At Disneyland, we clocked it that day. My phone told me I walked a total of 6.42 miles, and then I walked an additional mile after midnight. So clocking in right around 7 miles. It was very excruciating. My body is not used to that, and I do still have an injured knee. I do still have an injured back. That was where the real source of the pain was, but I have to say, I'm surprised that my muscles are capable of doing that. I'm surprised that I am capable of doing that. The other really great thing about it, I was able to ride all of the rides, and that is something I was really concerned about. But I had a friend who was 350 pounds. She told me that she was able to ride all of the rides as well. As somebody with a bit of anxiety, with an anxiety disorder, I didn't know if I would find the rides fun. Space Mountain was scary, especially because it was so dark. Splash Mountain was way more fun. The only ride that I think I regretted was the Guardians of the Galaxy, which is like a free fall drop ride. I enjoyed the Guardians of the Galaxy theming, but when it came to the actual drops, that was terrifying. I don't know what it was specifically about that ride that really got to my anxiety. But I think it's the whole free fall thing. But regardless, being surrounded by friends, taking dozens of photos from fans who were riding the same rides and saw me in the park, even some people who came to the park specifically because they knew we were going to be there that day. It was one of the best days of my life. Now, I was stressed because of other stuff, which I don't know. I'm just used to stress at this point. Stress related to the internet, stress related to the job, stress related to my health. And I don't know. It's one of those things that just shows me no matter how stressed I am, no matter how anxious I am, there's still things out there that can really just drive it home, just make me feel so much better, so much healthier, so much happier, and being surrounded by fans, being surrounded by friends and writing, being in the happiest place on earth. Turns out even I'm not immune to that kind of happiness. So it was a really, really fun weekend. You know, I guess I don't say this often enough. I have to say thank you guys. Thank you guys for sticking with me through all of this. Thank you guys for helping me get through the surgery, get through this last year, get through 2018. I'm really looking forward to the end of 2018. A lot of people said it's one of the longest years on record. I tend to agree. Did you know that the Logan Paul thing was at the beginning of this year? That happened at the beginning of this year. That was like how we started this year. That was still this year. Did you know the Battle of 1842 actually took place in 2018? The American Civil War started in 2018. Can you? No, okay. It's a bad joke. But speaking of all this weight loss, speaking of all this stuff, I'm hovering right around 555 right now. I was hoping to dip down below 550, but with all the exercise and traveling and then I've not been eating my best. I've definitely been at a point where I've put back on 5 pounds. I'm pretty frustrated and irritated by that. So I have made a decision, and this is like a precursor to that. If you are interested in losing some weight, I want to do a community effort. Starting in January 1st, I want all of us to start eating healthy. And I don't know what that's going to mean for you. You may choose to go low carb. You may choose to go vegan. You may do meal replacement shakes. I'm not here to tell you how to eat healthy. That's not something I'm interested in doing. You should consult a nutritionist. You should consult a doctor for your own special needs to figure out what it is that you need to do. Now, that said, I will, come January, have a plan. I will show you what I'm going to do. I will show you what works best for me. I'll show you why I arrived at that. I'll show you who I talked to about it. I might even interview a nutritionist or a doctor and show you exactly why I've made the plan that I plan to make. And I think right now it's probably going to involve a lot of meal replacement shakes, followed by like one healthy meal with some proteins and some vegetables, and that's about it. And I want to do 30 days of this. This is heavily inspired by the Vlog Brothers, John Green. John Green did this last year at one point, and it was really fun to watch. The community did it along with him. But here's the thing. Our community, and keep in mind, I've met a lot of you, our community tends to be a little heavier than John Green's community. We tend to have a lot of plus-size people in our community. And I think we, as a group, if we wanted to, we could maybe put together a Google Doc and register and show off our starting weights and show the world how much weight we can lose in that 30 days as a community. Now, here's the thing that I really want to focus on, and this is what I've learned in the last year. A lot of people, myself included, we focus far too much on the scale, which is not a healthy thing to do. Obviously, that is a great way to measure your weight loss, but weight loss is secondary to feeling better, being healthier, living a better life, non-scale victories. Stuff like going to Disneyland and fitting in all the rides, being able to walk 7 miles in one day, even if you're in excruciating pain for the next 3 or 4 days. Being able to do cool stuff with your happier, healthier body and mental attitude and things along that lines. So that's what I want us to do. I'm very curious to see if you are interested in that plan. Very curious to see if you're interested in doing that with me. And maybe we will. Maybe we'll track the pounds, or maybe we'll just track the non-scale victories. Maybe I'll have you guys record videos and put them up on YouTube and reply and say, Boogie, look, this is what I can do. This is what I was able to do. This is how I'm eating. I think it would be really fun to do that in January. You know, I always look for something unusual or different to do in January because, you know, you come down off the whole Christmas thing and everybody's kind of broke and everybody's back in the gym and everybody's trying to steer away from YouTube a little bit so they can get healthier and do better stuff. I think it's an interesting way to stay engaged and have a lot of fun and do what everybody needs to do. But more importantly, for me, this is going to be an accountability thing. It's going to be an opportunity for me to try to knock off this last 50 pounds that I need to lose before I can then talk to a plastic surgeon about getting skin removal and really finishing the transformation. Because this is what I will probably make a specialized video for this before the end of the year. But here are my goals for 2019. I want to get the teeth fixed. Maybe just dentures? I don't know. I will go on to implants, but I'm tired of looking at this smile. I'm tired of looking at this awful gap tooth nightmare. Secondly, I want to get that skin removal surgery, or at least qualify for it by the end of 2019. I'm so sick of all of this excess skin, especially in the lower stomach region. I just want to get rid of it. But when it comes to weight loss, I'm very excited about it. I'm very amped up. I'm very excited about getting this last little bit off, and that's really what I want to do. I want to just 100% do what needs to be done, and I want to do it with you guys. So there's a lot more stuff I have planned for 2019 when it comes to the YouTube channel, when it comes to my personal life, when it comes to trips, when it comes to traveling, when it comes we will talk about that right around the 1st or right after the 1st. But right here, right now, I want to know in the comments section, are you interested in eating clean, eating healthy for me? Even if your goal is to put on weight, even if your goal is to gain weight, are you interested in choosing that month to focus on your goals, to focus on what we need to do, and do it together as a community? I hope that the answer is yes. The answer is no, that's okay too, but I hope that you'll be willing to do it with me. I'm going to do it regardless. So at least at the very least, I hope it'll be entertaining, engaging content. Probably just a weekly update the way I already do with the Rambling videos. Show you what I'm eating, show you why I'm eating it, and maybe show you the scale. The biggest issue, I think a lot of my critics are very obsessed with the number on that scale. Oh, Boogie's still at 350, Boogie's still at 350, Boogie's still at 350. What they don't seem to take into credit, and this is what I take into credit, is how much better the quality of my life is. I want those 30 days to greatly improve the quality of my life. My ability to sleep, my ability to control what I'm eating, my ability to just be a happier, healthier person. That's my goal. But for those critics who care only about the scale numbers, let's see if we can knock out 20, 30 pounds that month as well. Okay, guys, as always, thanks for watching. I love you very much, and I'll speak with you again soon. I'll see you in January. But hopefully I'll see you between now and then too. More videos to come this month, I promise. Love you.